Some people flirt, some people chase. But these 7 signs, when they fall in love, it feels like the universe put your name on a private, gold-stamped invitation. Their love doesn't just happen, it chooses. It protects. It grows teeth for what matters and turns soft only for you. And the wild part is this. You may not even realize you've become their whole world until you notice how your life suddenly feels safer, brighter, and strangely destined. Introduction: Why these signs are unforgettable lovers. The signs who love the most aren't always the loudest. They're the ones who love with memory. They remember what you said 3 months ago when you were half joking, and then they surprise you with it when you least expect it. They love with presence. You can feel them in the room even when they're silent. And they love with choice, not because it's convenient, not because it looks good, but because something in you feels like home, challenge, and future all at once. Relationships with these signs are impossible to forget because they don't do temporary in their hearts. Even if life forces a goodbye, they mark you. They teach your nervous system what loyalty feels like, what tenderness looks like in everyday details, what devotion sounds like at when you're spiraling, and they don't ask you to be less. They become the kind of love you compare other loves to, sometimes unfairly, because they raise the standard without even trying. And yes, each of these 7 signs has a shadow side. Real love always does. But if one of them is truly in love with you, you're not just adored, you're considered. You're protected in ways you didn't know you needed. You're chosen in ways that make you stop entertaining the bare minimum. Stay to the end of part 2, because the last signs on this list love in ways that look calm on the surface, but change your entire life underneath. Cancer, June 21, July 22. The love that feels like being spiritually adopted. If Cancer is in love with you, you'll notice it in the smallest, most intimate things. They stock the snacks you like, remember how you take your coffee, and somehow always know when your "I'm fine" isn't fine. Cancer doesn't fall in love with your highlight reel. They fall in love with the parts of you that never got fully held. Their feelings show through care, checking on you, feeding you, warming your life up from the inside. Why they love so deeply. Cancer is ruled by the moon, which means their love is emotional intelligence with a heartbeat. They don't just want romance, they want belonging. If they choose you, they start building a safe world around you. And the more you trust them, the more devoted they become. They're the sign that can turn a random Tuesday into a memory you keep for years. Strongest connections. Cancer bonds powerfully with Taurus, Virgo, Scorpio, and Pisces, people who respect loyalty and don't play with feelings. With Capricorn, it can become power couple meets soulmate, but only if both stop acting tough and start acting true. How they make you happiest. Cancer makes you feel emotionally seen. They'll defend you when you're not in the room, celebrate you when you doubt yourself, and love you in a way that heals your relationship with love itself. With Cancer, you don't feel like you're auditioning. You feel chosen. Taurus, April 20, May 20. The love that turns into a lifestyle upgrade. When Taurus is in love, they don't just say sweet things, they do solid things. They show their feelings through consistency. They show up, they follow through, they build. Taurus love looks like comfort, stability, and a quiet kind of obsession that says, "You're mine, and I take that seriously." You'll catch it in how they touch you, slow, protective, like they're memorizing you. Why they love so deeply. Taurus is ruled by Venus, but not the flashy Venus in her "I'll prove it" form. They love through devotion, loyalty, and the sensual details that make life feel worth living. If they're in love with you, they want to improve your quality of life: better meals, better sleep, better boundaries, better confidence. They're romance, but practical. Strongest connections. Taurus bonds beautifully with Cancer, Virgo, Capricorn, and Pisces. With Scorpio, it's magnetic and intense to signs that don't do casual once feelings are real. How they make you happiest. Taurus makes love feel safe in your body. You relax, you breathe easier, you stop bracing for disappointment. And when Taurus commits, it's not a trend, it's a foundation. They can be stubborn, yes, but if you're their person, they become the most loyal home you've ever had. Leo, July 23, August 22. The love that makes you feel chosen by the sun. If Leo is in love with you, you'll feel it like a spotlight, but the warm kind, not the blinding kind. They show their feelings openly, proud of you, protective of you, loudly happy to be seen with you. Leo love is generosity, compliments that actually land, gifts that feel personal, plans that make you feel like the main character again. When Leo adores you, they don't hide it. They announce it with their energy. Why they love so deeply. Leo is ruled by the sun, their love is life force. They want a love story with loyalty, celebration, and shared pride. But here's what people miss. Leo doesn't just want attention, they want devotion that's returned. When they feel respected and chosen, they become fiercely faithful. Strongest connections, Leo lights up with Aries, Sagittarius, Libra, and Gemini signs that can match their fire and keep the spark alive. With Taurus or Scorpio, it can be intense and powerful if control games don't ruin it. How they make you happiest. Leo reminds you of your worth. They hype you up until you start believing it again. They make the relationship feel alive. Dates, laughter, passion. Let's do something unforgettable. And if Leo is in love with you, you'll never feel invisible again. Scorpio, October 23, November 21. The love that changes your DNA. Scorpio doesn't fall in love often, but when they do, it's total. They show their feelings through focus, attention that feels like truth serum. They watch you, learn you, sense you. Scorpio love isn't casual affection, it's bonding. They will protect you with a kind of intensity that feels intimidating to outsiders but comforting to the person they've chosen. Why they love so deeply. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto and traditionally Mars, which means their love is transformation. They don't want surface romance. They want the real thing, the kind that forces honesty, growth, and emotional bravery. If Scorpio loves you, they'll pull you into a deeper version of yourself. And yes, it can feel overwhelming, but it can also feel like you've been waiting for this your whole life. Strongest connections, Scorpio builds powerful bonds with Cancer, Pisces, Virgo, and Capricorn signs that can handle depth. With Taurus, it's the classic opposites magnetize connection, sensual, loyal, intense. How they make you happiest. Scorpio makes you feel chosen on purpose. They're not with you for convenience. They're with you because they see something rare in you. They'll be your safe place and your wake-up call. And if you're loyal, Scorpio will love you with a devotion that feels almost mythic. Pisces, February 19, March 20. The love that feels like a miracle you're allowed to keep. If Pisces is in love with you, you'll feel it before they even say it. They show their feelings through tenderness, imagination, and a kind of devotion that feels otherworldly. Pisces will send the song that explains what they can't say. They'll remember the look on your face when you were trying to be brave. They'll hold you emotionally, sometimes more gently than you've ever been held. Why they love so deeply. Pisces is ruled by Neptune and traditionally Jupiter, which makes their love spiritual. They don't love with logic first. They love with intuition. They sense who you could become, and their love makes you want to become it. Pisces doesn't just fall for your personality, they fall for your essence. That's why people never forget being loved by Pisces. It feels like being seen by something bigger than ego. Strongest connections. Pisces bonds beautifully with Cancer and Scorpio, deep water love, and with Taurus and Capricorn, grounded partners who make Pisces feel safe. With Virgo, it can be healing if both stop trying to fix each other and start trying to understand. How they make you happiest. Pisces makes you feel emotionally rescued without making you feel weak. They'll romanticize your life in the best way, turning ordinary moments into meaning, making you feel precious, reminding you that love can be soft and still be real. If Pisces loves you, you become someone's favorite prayer. Virgo, August 23, September 22. The love that proves itself daily until you trust it. Virgo doesn't always look romantic at first glance because their love isn't performance. It's precision. If Virgo is in love with you, they show it by improving your life quietly, solving problems before you even notice them, checking details so you don't have to, helping you stay steady when you're overwhelmed. Virgo love says, I noticed, I remembered, I handled it. Why they love so deeply. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, but their emotional style is devotion through service. They may not be dramatic with feelings, yet their loyalty is serious. Virgo loves so much because they don't love easily. They watch, they evaluate, they protect their heart, so if they choose you, it means you pass tests you didn't even know you were taking. And once you're their person, they become surprisingly soft, funny, and deeply protective. Strongest connections. Virgo forms strong bonds with Taurus and Capricorn, stability plus shared values, and with Cancer and Scorpio, emotional depth that Virgo respects. With Pisces, it can feel fated opposites that complete each other if they stop misreading each other's love language. How they make you happiest. Virgo makes you feel safe in real life. Bills, plans, health, routines, boundaries, things that actually determine whether love lasts. They help you become your best self without humiliating you. If Virgo loves you, you'll feel supported, protected, and quietly adored. Until one day you realize, I've never been loved this responsibly. Capricorn, December 20 to January 19. The love that stays when life gets hard. Capricorn doesn't fall in love like a movie. They fall in love like a promise. At first, you might not even recognize it because they show feelings through reliability. They answer, they show up, they make plans, they take you seriously. Capricorn love is not chaotic. It's committed. And that's exactly why it's so powerful. Why they love so deeply. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, the planet of time, loyalty, and consequences. Capricorn understands that real love is built, not wished for. They love deeply because they see love as a responsibility they're proud to carry. When Capricorn chooses you, you become part of their future, not just their mood. They don't want a temporary spark. They want a legacy. Strongest connections. Capricorn connects strongly with Taurus and Virgo earth signs that match their values, and with Scorpio and Pisces partners who bring emotional depth and softness. With Cancer, it's the classic opposites that heal home and ambition, tenderness and structure unforgettable if both are emotionally brave. How they make you happiest. Capricorn makes you feel protected in ways that actually change your life. Stability, loyalty, respect, long-term planning, and a love that doesn't disappear when you're not easy. If Capricorn loves you, they'll want to build something real: home, security, shared wins. They don't just say I'm here, they prove it for years. Here's the secret. The greatest lovers aren't always the ones who make you feel the most butterflies. They're the ones who make you feel safe enough to become yourself. If one of these 7 signs is truly in love with you, you're not just lucky, you're being invited into a kind of love that changes your standards forever. And once you've been loved like that, you won't be able to pretend you don't deserve it anymore.